Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. Y'all know I love to stumble onto a movie I've never heard of before, then realize that it's content I can review for the Black Gay History Channel. The Secret Path is the 2014 independent film about a British gay couple who escape the Navy in the 1800s, trying to survive in the forest, stealing food and looking for shelter. In the IMDb description, it reads, "The year is 1810. Frank and Theo are in love and on the run from the British Navy. There is a war and they have escaped their home on the Rose, the ship where they meant to live the rest of their lives together. They hide out in the grounds of a large abandoned house in the English countryside. Their new hiding place may even be more dangerous than life in the Navy. Theo keeps seeing a dark and sinister figure watching them in the grounds and haunting his dreams. Only their love can save them." End quote. We realize very early on that both Theo and Frank are both haunted by the sadness of their past and on the run from going AWOL from the British Navy. It's inferred that these men may have been on the run from the Navy because they were caught together. In the British Navy during the 1800s, gay sex was criminalized, punishable by death, until 1828. And though the laws were slightly less strict years later, famously, the British playwright Oscar Wilde was sentenced to prison for 2 years in 1892 because of the buggery laws. So if a rich and famous playwright like Oscar Wilde could be sent to jail for gay sex, imagine what would happen to two poor sailors. Theo and Frank find shelter in the English forest, staying out of sight, making love in the bushes. Yet both of them see horrifying visions of mysterious men watching them in the shadows of the forest. Not only does Theo and Frank begin to see a scary man in a top hat watching them with ill intent, another ghost, a young Caribbean black man, begins to appear to Theo, warning him that they are in danger. The more that this mysterious Caribbean sailor begins to appear, warning Theo of imminent danger, the more I began to suspect that this may have been a past lover of Theo's. According to Wikipedia, black sailors were definitely a part of the British Navy during the 1800s and were recruited mostly from the Caribbean. So the fact that this couple was on the run from the Navy definitely made me believe this ghost was from the Navy as well, especially because of his sailor's cap. And sure enough, there is finally an exchange between Theo and the ghost named Thomas, where he accusingly says to Theo, "You promised to wait for me." And Theo remorsefully replies, "I closed your eyes when you died. Please don't go." I have so many questions. Is the other more malevolent ghost that haunts Theo and Frank a real ghost, or is it just the specter of homophobia that's become the embodiment of a terrifying man who always watches them? How exactly did Thomas die? Was he executed or killed in the war, or by the British Navy for also being gay and in love with Theo? There are so many ways to interpret what has happened to these men, but I'm glad that this movie made me curious about the lives of gay men during this period of time. Being a black gay man from a Caribbean background, we rarely see ourselves or our histories being portrayed in films. Even finding out more of my own family history in Jamaica, with names going back to the 1700s, made me more curious about my own connection to gay history in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and in England. I'd love to see more gay historic films from the Caribbean in the future. This film was spooky, and it also gave us a good glimpse into the past, showing that even these two sailors who are on the run aren't perfect, and the way that they make their money is incredibly questionable. And we also find out who could be watching them in the forest, and who actually owns the land in which that they're trying to make their money and hide away from the Navy. This movie is pretty dark, but I enjoyed it for its mix of horror, historic accuracy, and of course, gay representation.